Can we talk about this watch? This is the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro, and I've been wearing it for a few weeks now, and I have to tell you, I love this thing. The initial thought people have when it comes to a Huawei watch is, well, I don't use a Huawei phone, so is it going to work? Yes. In fact, they tell me there are no exclusive features only designed for Huawei phones. You can use it with your iPhone, with your Android phone. So number one, it doesn't matter what phone you use. Number two, these watches already had pretty much the best battery life that you can get from a watch. This takes it a step further. We have more sensors, better activity and fitness and health tracking. It also looks pretty damn good. And maybe most important of all, it is significantly cheaper than an Apple Watch. An Apple Watch Series 10 or 11 starts at £399. We're talking $229 for the GT6 and $329 for this guy, the GT6 Pro. So this Pro 46mm watch is still like £70 cheaper than Apple's cheapest Apple Watch. If you're looking for a new watch that looks good, lasts a long time, tracks everything you need, works with any phone, and also is pretty damn good value, then yeah, this is definitely worth having a look. So let's dive a little bit deeper, see what it can do. First off though, there are only 3 models. You've got 2 GT6s and just the one GT6 Pro. There's no longer a smaller version, we just have this 46mm. And here is pretty much the whole lineup with a different combination of colors and bands, although this will vary based on region. The first thing you need to do though with your new Huawei watch is download the Huawei Health app, which as I say is available for free on iPhone, Android or Harmony OS on your Huawei phone. So what exactly is new with this GT6 series, and in particular the GT6 Pro? This is the one I've been testing. Well, the headlines are significantly enhanced cycling and trail running tracking and insights. We also have better heart rate monitoring. In fact, the heart rate accuracy is now 98% when you're cycling, 95% when you're trail running, which is much higher than rivals, giving you effectively pro-level heart rate monitoring without the need for additional equipment. We have more accurate GPS. In fact, their Sunflower GPS system, as they call it, it's now 20% more accurate. There's over 100 different sport modes to choose from, as well as emotional and stress assessments. And so combining your activity, your heart rate, your sleep if you fancy wearing it overnight, this all combines to give you your health insight summary, which you can then view and track through the Huawei Health app, but it does also integrate with Apple Health Kit. So if you are fully in the Apple ecosystem, the data this collects is still useful to you. But before we get all sweaty with the cycling and running stuff, let's just talk about the watch itself. And up front, we have this 1.47-inch AMOLED display, which actually is 5.5% bigger than last year's GT5 Pro. They've raised the bezels up a little bit, giving it a cleaner look, but also giving it more room for the bigger battery. It's also much brighter. It tops out at 3,000 nits of brightness. That's versus about 1,200 last year. Sapphire glass on the front, as well as this aviation-grade titanium body, and a nanocrystal ceramic case on the back. I wouldn't have been against a smaller 42mm of the Pro because this is a big watch, particularly with this quite chunky sort of design around the screen. I like it though, and actually with this band in particular, I found it incredibly comfortable. No notes really, except maybe having a smaller option as well. But then you'd also probably have a smaller battery life. And this silver titanium version, along with this band in particular, gives it kind of a almost 70s aesthetic. It's like retro modern. I dig it, but obviously design is very subjective. It's also IP69, which means it can withstand hot jets of water blasting at it, and you can take it diving as low as 40 meters. So you can take it in the shower with you can take it swimming, you can take it diving, and it just works. So you've got 2 buttons on the watch. You have the crown up here, which if you press it, it brings up your list of applications, and you've got the second one down here, which if you press it, it brings up your workout options. The crown also is a scroll wheel, which is very handy because it means then the screen's free for you to look at whatever you're looking at, but also obviously you can use it as a touchscreen as well. And a double press of the crown brings up your recently used apps menu. You can also use it as a remote shutter for, say, your iPhone. So hello there, bit of an awkward photo, but if I tap my watch, it's not a live viewfinder like you can get on the Apple Watch, but you can take photos and also set timers. Now, usually what happens with a new generation of watches is they slightly improve the performance, a little bit better battery life, a couple of new sensors here and there. With the GT6 series, including the Pro, Huawei promised a 50% longer battery. So on paper, we're going from 2 weeks to 3 weeks, which is insane. It depends how you use it, of course. If you do sort of, have it in low power mode, turn off the always on display, don't use GPS, it will last significantly longer. But during my testing of this, and I've been running and cycling, well, my buddy James has been doing most of the cycling as I can only just about ride a bike. But anyway, we've been putting this through its paces, max brightness out on a sunny day, we've had GPS tracking it, and I've still been getting a good 3 days, and that's really punishing the battery. Like, I could literally go on holiday for a week, and assuming I don't, use GPS all day, every day, I wouldn't have to bring a charger with me. It's that good. So Huawei promised in their light mode up to 21 days for the GT6 Pro, or 14 days for the smaller GT6. And that's thanks to a larger battery and also new battery technology, and it is significantly longer than rivals. So let's talk about cycling, because apparently it's the second most popular workout among GT5 users. You guys love a bike ride. And new for this year, we have cycling functional threshold power metrics, or FTP, particularly useful for long distance cycling. And this can basically help you maintain your exertion. You're not overworking, you're not underworking, which is much better for your heart and your body. There are new cycling metrics you can track, including real-time gradients for how steep your hill is that you're going up or down. And you can look back at all this data afterwards. And also we have better trails this year, not just for running, but also for cycling. You have better pace tracking, you've got pace correction, you've got waypoints, and just like with cycling, if you get lost, it can guide you back the way you came. I'm currently being told off by my watch because I'm actually stopping to film and also throw the drone up, and it's saying, you are this pace behind your smart companion. It's almost like having a ghost car in Gran Turismo. What you should be doing in terms of pace, distance, time, and that I'm definitely currently not doing. I've been sat down for so long, it thinks I should end my workout. They've even added a wheelchair accessibility mode for the activity rings, so it doesn't, ask you to stand up if you're wheelchair bound. Makes sense. So if I tap the crown, I can then swipe down to the heart, and you can see my somewhat elevated heart rate. I can also scroll down, track it. I can also check my skin temperature with this guy. Press OK, press measure. 30.7. Should I be concerned? Let me know in the comments. I can even take an ECG with the GT6 Pro, just like that. I have to then hold my finger against the button for 30 seconds. No signs of AFib. Good news. Also, I really appreciate that there's a emotional well-being sensor as well. This isn't new for the GT6 Pro. That's definitely me in the morning before a cup of coffee. And it gives you some sort of tips on how to improve your mood. So it's not just about physical health, also a little bit about emotional well-being. If you are a GT5 user or you pick one of these guys up, then I would love to hear your experience. Drop a comment below based on running and cycling and skiing and golfing. And there's over 100 sport modes. I can't test them all. So the GT6 series is a stylish fitness watch with a massive battery, industry-leading GPS, great performance, top-notch durability. It's a proper sports, activity, and health tracking watch, and there's really no compromise to the design or the style. This is one of the best all-rounder smartwatches you can buy. Just to reiterate, you do not need a Huawei phone. This will work just as well with any recent iPhone, Android phone. There are no exclusive features to Huawei. The only current limitation that still stands with these Huawei watches is when it comes to payment, at least here in the UK. I have been told they're working on something. I can't say anything more than that just yet, but in the meantime, it does mean you can't, say, use this to scan into the tube or pay for your coffee in the morning. That's the only main limitation. So here in the UK, the GT6 Pro will cost you £329. It's 100 less for the smaller GT6. As I say, compared to £399 for the Apple Watch Series 11 and what is it, £799 for the Ultra, significantly cheaper than Apple Watches. And Huawei are doing an outdoor edition of this, which I think for an extra 30 quid or so, gets you a pair of these FreeArc open wireless earphones. So if you fancy checking out the GT6 or the GT6 Pro, I will leave a link in the description below, and also check out Huawei's pre-order deals. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.